Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here. So in today's video, I will be previewing the Washington football team versus the Dallas Cowboys Week 7 NFC East matchup. I will be giving you guys a very important injury update. I will be giving you guys my keys to victory for the Washington football team. And finally, I will be giving you guys my final score predictions. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video, and remember, check out House of Hoodies, use code Pedro for 15% off. This is an absolutely huge game for the Washington football team because if they beat the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants win against the Eagles today, which is very possible, they will be tied with the Giants and Cowboys for first place in the NFC East, and as bad as they've played, they'll be in first, and they'll be playing the Giants, who they really should have beat last week. They'll play them after the bye week, so they'll be in somewhat good position. 6 wins might win this division. That's how bad it's been. So if they win this game, things could start to look a little bit better for them. So now let's get on to the injury update for the Washington football team and the Cowboys, and then to the keys to victory and the score predictions. So today, the injury report looks a lot better. John Christian wasn't playing today, but that was more, a veteran day off. He was a little sore. Rivera thinks he should be good to go for tomorrow. Sadiq Charles is out. He's going to be hopefully back after the bye. AGG's out with a hamstring injury. There's been some people. John Kimes hinted that this could be a longer issue. James Smith-Williams he has a concussion, and then Isaiah Wright has a shoulder injury, might be back after the bye week. Ronald Darby was full, Logan Thomas was full, Chase Young was full, and Kevin Pierre-Louis was full. So that is really good news. Really no one significant who is out. John Christian, though, that would be a little bit of a tough blow just because we don't have much depth at the position, and, Cornelius Lucas is not the best left tackle. He's better at right tackle, but not at left tackle. Isaiah Wright is, somewhat of a hit, but we got a couple other practice squad receivers that can play, and, Cam Sims is going to be able to step up. So it's good to see Darby, Logan Thomas, and Chase Young, all back, even Kevin Pierre-Louis. So now on to the Cowboys real quick. They have a ton of injuries, but the only players that are listed right now, Brandon Knight, he has a knee injury. He is out for a long he had surgery, so he's definitely out for this game. Zach Martin, he has a concussion. He's probably going to be out for the game. He didn't play. And one of their best pass rushers did not practice on Wednesday, Aldon Smith. He has a neck injury. If he is out, that is absolutely huge for us because he's played really well for them. I think he has 4 sacks. Zach Martin also would be huge if he's out. They have a ton of injuries on the offensive line. Their offensive line, and this is crazy to say because their offensive line is usually top 3, but their offensive line is a lot worse than ours right now. Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Travis Frederick retired this year, but their offensive line is decimated with injuries. So they have no depth at all at that position, and we should be able to feast on that. So now on to the keys to victory. So the first one is and then we'll go on to the final score prediction. The first one is we have to be able to start off strong. We haven't done it at all this year, and this is a stat by JP Finley. Washington has now trailed at half. He's 10 points in 7 straight games going back to last season, and this was before our last game, but we still were losing at halftime. But that's a crazy stat. It hasn't been done since 1942, which is insane. We just have to start out better. Some of that is on coaching, some of that is the players, is a combination of both. We just have to start out better, and especially with a bad defense, we gotta score at least 13 points in the first half, at least, especially if we start off with the ball. I'm thinking at least, 2 touchdowns, but 13 at the minimum. Get around that to the half. We have to start out strong, and hopefully doesn't, allow them to start fast because, they've got some firepower on their offense, so we got to contain them. But also, if we start out fast and, if we're leading, they're going to have to pass the ball, and I think that is an advantage to us because our pass rushers are going to be able to get because they're going to probably try to limit the amount of times they're passing just so that they don't have to face our pass rush because their offensive line is decimated with injuries. So the next one is, this one's very important. We have to get the run game going. If you look at this graphic here, this table, the Cowboys are allowing 173.3 yards per game rushing. That is absolutely terrible. But if you look at us, we are only getting about 88 yards per game rushing, something like that, and we're allowing 130, but that's not nearly as much as they're allowing. We just need to do better in the run game, and I think part of that is if we start out strong and we have a lead, we're going to be able to get some more rushing yards. I think we're like 88 yards per game or something around that, 90 yards. If we start out strong, we're going to be able to lean on the run game a little bit more. We got to get the running backs more involved in this game, especially with, a lot of our receivers being out, AGG, Steven Sims, Isaiah Wright. So we got to get Antonio Gibson and JD McKissick more involved in the run game and in the pass game. So that's the second key to victory. Got to get the run game going. At minimum, 115 yards this game. At minimum, they're averaging 170 yards. We got to get over that. So the next one is, it's kind of obvious, but we just haven't done it at all, is we have to limit the big plays on defense. Our defense is like 6th in yards allowed this season, but a lot of the times we're allowing big plays, and that kills your drive. A 3rd and 6, and we allow a 50-yard pass. That just can't happen. I think we have the most big plays allowed this year. We can't let that to happen. We can't let Jones run for 50 yards on one play against us. A lot of just big plays that have killed our drives, and we have to be better. We just have to and a lot of that is the secondary. That's our free safeties, Landon Collins. We have to do better on that. Some on the linebackers too. So it right there. So now on to the fourth one is we have to get to the quarterback. We have to get after the quarterback. Right now we have 16 sacks. I think we're tied with the Cardinals, 7th overall. But 8 of those sacks came on the first game of the season. We have to. I think this game, I thought we were gonna get a decent amount against the Giants, but it is expected just that we didn't or understandable because they only threw the ball 19 times and a lot of them weren't dropbacks. So it's understandable, but against the Cowboys, especially if they're behind, I'm expecting at least 4 sacks. We got to get to the quarterback, got to feast, especially since their left tackle and right tackle are not good, and same with their interior line. We got to feast and, hopefully get 4+ sacks, and I think, fluster Andy Dalton, force him to throw some bad throws and maybe a couple interceptions. So now the last one, and this one's kind of, a new one, but, we have to play better on special teams, and Dustin Hopkins, he has to make his kicks. He's missed 4 kicks in the first 6 games. He got to do better than that. We got to do a little bit better in the kick return and punt return game. Help out our offense a little bit by starting in better field positions, and we can't. No penalties on special teams. That's part of it. You can't, get a 15-yard return, but then, it's a 15-yard penalty because of a block in the back, and you start at your own 7. We can't do that. Can't put our offense in that situation. And by putting your offense in that situation, you put your defense in a bad situation as well once they go 3 and out. So overall, we got to play better on special teams, and hopefully Dustin Hopkins can make all of his kicks. So now on to the score prediction, and a lot of you guys might not like this, but I'm gonna call my prediction is 31-27 Cowboys. I've picked us the last 2 weeks, and it just hasn't worked out for me. So hopefully, this reverses our luck. But 31-27, I think it's going to be a close game. I think we're going to definitely keep it close. And if we don't score over 25 points against this defense, that is not good at all. I think this is definitely a winnable game. It could go either way. We just have to do what I said in those keys to victory. And I think we can keep it close and possibly win. This team is not good. We have the way better defense, and who knows about the offense, because their offense isn't good with Andy Dalton. They're still got a better offense than us, but we'll see. So 31-27, I think it's going to be close, and I would not be surprised at all if we do win. I've picked us the last 2 weeks and it hasn't worked out. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Turn on those post notifications, and peace.